everyone! Today we are returning to the beautiful Poplar Tent Presbyterian Church Cemetery to visit the gravesite of Benjamin Patton, one of the signers of the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence in 1776. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of information is available about him online, but I'm here to lay a rose at his tombstone and tell you everything that I could learn. I have seen his first name Benjamin spelled many different ways online, and I've tried to catch everything that I could about who he was in life. Benjamin Patton was born in 1734 in Londonderry, Northern Ireland, and was one of the earliest settlers in the eastern part of Mecklenburg County that is now known today as Cabarrus County, most likely by way of Pennsylvania, as were so many other Scotch-Irish immigrants to America. He may or may not have gotten married, and he possibly might have married a woman named Mary Hayes. He first purchased land in January of 1762 on Buffalo Creek in Anson County from Governor Arthur Dobbs' royal grant, but later he was listed as a citizen of Cabarrus County. It is unknown if Benjamin and maybe Mary ever had children. No descendants have ever been found. No will was ever found or filed in any of the many counties in which he lived, and it's possible that if he ever even was married, Mary may have moved away to Tennessee after his death. During his lifetime in North Carolina, Benjamin served as a constable and as a tax collector. He was also one of the founding members of Poplar Tent Presbyterian Church, which was in Mecklenburg County during his lifetime and stands in Cabarrus County today. Benjamin has been described as a man of iron firmness and of indomitable courage with a tenacity of purpose, sagacity of action, and purity of character. He was also an early and devoted supporter of the spirit of independence and revolution that was taking hold in Mecklenburg, Cabarrus, and Rowan counties during the early 1770s. In 1774, Benjamin was summoned as a delegate to the Provincial Congress, which planned to meet at New Bern, North Carolina on the 25th of August that year. This was to be the first meeting of representatives directly sent by the people. The royal governor at the time, Josiah Martin, issued his proclamation against the upcoming assembly as being without legal authority and treasonous. Tradition has it that Benjamin Patton did not own or was unable to procure a horse or any type of transportation to get himself from his home in Mecklenburg County all the way to New Bern, which was close to 300 miles away. Determined not to miss that opportunity to be physically present and vote with other like-minded patriots on the issue of liberty versus death, Benjamin chose to walk the entire way. He was probably 40 years old at the time, which was considered advanced in years, but legend has it that his patriotism gave him all the enthusiasm of a young man. This meeting occurred 2 full years before Congress would dare to pass a national declaration and constituted an important turning point in our colonial history. Although the meeting was not a battle, it was the first and a leading act of defiance in a subsequent series of events in which battle and blood were the direct consequences. Had Governor Martin had the power at the time, he would have seized every member of that rebellious meeting and had them all tried for treason. Impotently, Martin summoned his own loyal council for consultation, but his council only advised him that this treasonous act was simply a sign of the times and nothing could be done about it. The following year, in May of 1775, Benjamin Patton was one of the probably 27 men from the Charlotte and surrounding areas who convened to script and sign the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence, a highly treasonous document declaring Mecklenburg County divorced from the rule of Britain and intending to set up their own government. At the Provincial Congress, which met in Hillsborough, North Carolina in August of 1775, Patton was appointed Major of the 2nd Continental Regiment, with Robert Howe as Colonel and Alexander Martin as Lieutenant Colonel. Not much is known about Patton's military record. After the war, Benjamin Patton acted as a member of the Committee for Safety for Mecklenburg County with very full powers, and was described as a terror unto evildoers. Patton was a man of considerable learning, of ardent temperament, and of Christian integrity. Patton died at what was considered a good old age, probably in the year 1799 at the age of 64 to 65. He may have originally been buried on the banks of Irish Buffalo Creek and did not initially have a monument to mark his grave, according to an article written in 1877. However, a monument has since been erected in his honor in the cemetery of his church, the Poplar Tent Presbyterian Church, and it reads, "They carved not a line, they raised not a stone, but left him alone in his glory." He is resting in peace beside Hezekiah Balch, who was the very first minister of Poplar Tent Presbyterian Church and also another one of the signers of the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence.